guys, kia ora, whakalofa atu, and no mai hoki mai. Welcome back to this week's podcast episode. As always, I am so grateful that you are here. Ngā mihi nui kia koe. Thank you so much for coming back. Please don't forget to rate and review us. I would appreciate it so much. I just jumped off a destination self-love coaching call, which has me high in spirits. I love these calls so much. Just supporting these incredible women with their self-love and confidence journey. If you aren't already in destination self-love, then what the fuck are you doing? Or in the quantum confidence leap as well. There's so many ways that you can work with me now. I also have my Unlearn Your Insecurities training, which we have had so much great feedback come out of. This week's podcast episode, I am talking about hustle culture, being out, and this is what is in. Now, it's so interesting because actually, if you look back at my old podcast episodes, and if you are new here and you've gone back to the beginning and you're like started listening to me, and then now you're up here and you're like, what the hell? She is contradicting herself, or she is, I want you to know that, I change, that people change, people grow. As I have grown and learned certain things, I have changed my whakaaro, I have changed my thoughts, I have changed my way of being, I have changed. And this is so important and it's so crucial and it should happen. Everybody should change. We should be changing. We should be thinking things. When I started this podcast 2 years ago, I feel like it was nearly 3 years ago, maybe. No, 2 years ago, I would have had different thoughts to how I think now. I have learned so much since then. So some things I've said in the past, I don't agree with anymore. And that is okay. And permission for you as well to not agree with things you have said in the past as well. Because we change, we evolve, we grow, we have new ways of thinking, we learn new things. And this is something that I have learned, that in the past, I actually did used to preach hustle culture. I used to go hard, every spare moment that you have, work on your business, always be doing something. Don't do nothing, go hard. How bad do you really want it? If you want it bad, go for it. I was I was working full time at a job. My breaks at my work, I would do all business stuff, before work business stuff, after work business stuff. I was hustling. That was how, that's how I was programmed. That was from a young age, right? My dad was very much like, you could never be doing nothing. You always had to be doing something, to make money. You have to put in the hard work, right? This is what I learned growing up. So I took that along with me. And it's not till I've come along the way where I've realized actually hustle culture isn't it. Hustle culture isn't the thing. You know what's rooted in hustle culture? Scarcity. What's rooted in hustle culture? You actually don't believe in yourself. You actually don't trust yourself. You actually don't think your goals are actually possible unless you hustle, unless you burn yourself out, unless you fucking feel shitty and you work hard and blood, sweat, and tears and all these things. And it's like, no, that's not true. And you get to decide if you want to believe in hustle culture or not, because you can still be very successful. I was very successful in I feel like life, but particularly I'm talking about business. I was very successful in my business. So extra my sunglasses, and that was really hustle culture. But it was literally blood, sweat, and tears. It was literally being burnt out. It was literally questioning my life and all these things and what I'm doing. And it was it was so hard. And I want to tell you that life doesn't have to be hard. Yes, you do have to put in the work, but you also get to live your most beautiful life. You get to spend time with your friends and your family and your kids and all these things. You don't have to hustle. And it's really moving from this scarcity mindset of hustling, of like going really, really hard, because that's rooted in scarcity. That's actually rooted in the belief that you cannot make things possible unless you work your ass to the bones. You work yourself, You work yourself tired and ragged and all the things. And it's like, no, here's a new way of thinking. How about stepping into abundance? How about stepping, if you truly knew that you were going to achieve your goals and dreams, if I truly knew back then that I was going to make so extra what I made it and have these amazing, like, make all this money and all the things, which back then I was all about making money, right? And now obviously my co-papa, obviously what I'm here for is different. I'm more here for the impact to change women's lives. Yes, I do want to make a lot of money, but I also want to make a lot of impact. I want to help many women, as many women as I can. I want to leave a legacy, right? I want to help women know that they are worthy, that they can be confident, they can love what they see in the mirror. They don't have to change themselves, right? They can love themselves right now. So yeah, I was really grinding, and low key there was this belief that I wasn't gonna make it happen. I didn't believe in myself, right? I was like, okay, I need a fucking blood, sweat, and tears to make this happen because I didn't believe, I didn't trust, right? And even trusting in more than yourself, your higher powers, whatever it is, that is God, Allah, whatever you believe in, your spirits, your source, your guides, all the things, right? It's like trusting in them as well, that they can help you, that it can be this co-creation of fucking magic and miracles, and leaving room for magic and miracles and all the things, right? It's like letting go of this control. And when you step into that abundance, there's this knowing. There's this knowing, like, no, I am going to get the life of my dreams. No, I'm already successful. I'm already enough. I'm already worthy. I'm already making this happen. I already believe in myself. I actually don't need a hustle. I actually need to pour into me first. I need to make sure I'm good. And then everything else that I'm doing, it is from overflow. It is from more than enough. It is beautiful. Do you even feel? You can feel the difference of the energies, right? It's like you're not chasing, you're not grinding, you're attracting. You're in this abundance, you're in this trust and this belief and this knowing that everything's going to work out, that everything's going to be fine. And you're going to find out, you're going to see that the way you show up to life, when you're fucking filled your cup, and I know, like, you're probably like, oh, this is so, like, cliche. You need to fill your cup up first before you can fill up, before you can do anything else, before you can help other people, before you can work on your business, before you can, all the things, right? It's like you actually need to pour into you and do everything from overflow, and it becomes this magic, this amazing, magical, abundant feeling, right? And it's like, if you truly believed in yourself, if you truly knew that all your wildest dreams were going to come true, how would you show up to life? Would you try be hustling and try? No, you would already know. You don't have to hustle because you already know that it's happening for you. You just get to show up to your life and do whatever it is that you want to do that fills your cup, your hobbies, your interests, things that you love. And magic will happen around you. Magic and miracles and all the things will happen around you, right? It's coming from this abundance. So instead of hustling, it's like tuning in with yourself. And actually, with this specific podcast episode, I'm recording this on a Sunday. I've just finished my destination self-love call, and I'm coming in here on overflow. I'm like, fuck, I just had a great call. I'm going to jump on a podcast, and I've got kapaka soon as well. And it's like, I'm going to jump in here because I love to. Usually I would record a podcast on Thursday or Friday, but on Thursday when I checked in with myself, I didn't want to do a podcast, and I wasn't going to force myself and hustle my way into trying to do this podcast because that's what I have to do. It's like, no, I get to choose. And if it's right, it's right. If it's meant to happen, it will be. Checking in with my energy. I don't want to come in with this energy, the scarcity energy that I'm just going to show up because I'm supposed to show up. It's like, no, when I come to my podcast, I want to be intentional. I want to show up fully with your best interests at heart. How can I help more women? I'm not just coming here just to riff some story because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to upload a podcast every Tuesday, so I'm just going to come on and make up whatever. It's like, no, being so intentional in your life, being so present. And if there is a moment where you're like, actually, I don't have the energy for that, don't. You'll actually see how much the world, the universe, the God, whatever you believe in, will bless you for taking time out for yourself, for pouring into yourself, for you living your life and having so much fun. You will be blessed because of that. And that's how life is supposed to be. None of this hustle fucking culture. This rat race of it all has to be blood, sweat, and tears and all the things. And so you actually get to choose. If you want to do that, sure, do that. Fucking go through all of that. But you also get to choose to show up in abundance, to pour from overflow, to trust, to attract, to fucking, yeah, attract and be in that abundance, right? So hustle culture is out. It's something I used to preach in the past. I want you to know that I do not believe in it anymore. And this abundance, this attracting culture is in, this pouring into yourself is in, and how beautiful, like that self-love, that's fucking beautiful, and coming from overflow as well. And don't get me wrong, it's not this you just do what you love every day, all day, every day. There are going to be things that you need to do that you don't particularly love, right? That you're like, oh, I don't want to wake up that early in the morning. I just want to sleep in all day. It's like, no, you have to get up at certain times. You have to fucking fill yourself with nourishing foods. You have to move your body. You have to, like, these are the things, and not even you have to, but you get to do these, because when you do that, that's a form of self-love, looking after yourself, your body, what you're putting into your body, the things that you are consuming in the world, and all these things. And sometimes you do want to sit down and watch a movie, but instead you're going to read a self-development book, or instead you're going to catch up with your coach and get some coaching and all the things. But it's like those things are the things that are fucking good for you. And at first you might hate them, but you are going to learn to love them, right? You have to do these things. There's that discipline factor as well. And that's a part of self-love as well, is doing what you say you're going to do. Because although you don't want to wake up early in the morning and do your meditation and your journaling and your stretching and go for a workout, and, well, not me naming my whole morning routine, say sometimes you don't want to wake up and do that, but you do that, or you've created a habit that does that, because you know that that's actually really good for you, that there's so many benefits behind that, right? That's actually what the highest version of you does, right? So you do those things, and you're fucking better for it. I've never done a meditation and been like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. I've never done my EFT tapping and wish, I wish I didn't do that this morning. Or I've never done a workout that I've like regretted, right? It's like these things are all the things that are good for you. So yeah, hustle culture's out. Abundance culture, attracting culture is in. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I will talk to you next week. Ka kite. Koikia.